This is an intro. Who needs an intro? I don't need an intro. This is just a vape show. It's just a vape show. Vape show. This is an intro. Who needs an intro? I don't need an intro. This is just a vape show. It's just a vape show. Vape show.
YouTube, what is up? I'm your OhmBoy Josh, back at you, and today it's gonna be just a chill, laid back vlog, juice review, thingamabob. I went ahead and I put a fresh build in the Goon version 1.5. This is actually one of my failed builds that didn't work out so well. It's still a nice build. I've been wanting to use it. I've just kind of been saving it for something, and then the Goon just came in from thecloudyvapor.com, and I figured it's time. Throw it on in there. The first Goon was one of my favorite devices. It still is. I use the Goon all the frickin' time. It's a great device. I love the clamping connections. It's not super significantly changed from the original, if you ask me. They've added a little bit more build space. They've changed up the logos a little bit. I like the screws being, they seem a bit tougher on the screws. Clamps seem a bit more secure. We'll have a full review on it before too long, but I just kind of wanted to bust it out and try it. So that's what we're going to be reviewing these juices on, is the Goon 1.5. What are we vaping on today, right? What are we vaping on? We're taking a look at this Indulgence series from Righteous Awakened Elixirs. This is, the first one we're looking at is Seduction. This is a blood orange bundt cake with a creamy blood orange frosting and a salted caramel drizzle. Boxes on these are awesome. They've got these like Celtic kind of symbol up here by the top, and everything's very color coded. Seduction is the red one, and then there's Temptation is the blue one, and Rapture is the green one. It's all very color coded and fun that way, and I like it. These are 70-30 blends. This is a 3 milligram nic. And it's got quite the blurb on the back. It says congratulations. It actually says congratulations. The handcrafted elixir you hold in your hands is like none other. Indulgence is the first unveiling of the limitless talent possessed by the master mixologists at Righteous Awakened Elixir. Indulgence is not just another premium e-liquid in bunny ears. Thousands of hours and countless meticulous reformulations have went into creating the essence of dessert bliss. Indulgence is designed to be the best dessert line the culinary world has to offer to the vape community. Our mixologists have converted those recipes into the perfect vapable reproduction and will surely become your new guilty pleasure. Yeah, that's a lot of hype. Let's see if it lives up to it, shall we? The first one we're starting out with is Seduction. It is a blood orange bundt cake with a creamy blood orange frosting and a salted caramel drizzle. It's got all the usual markings, 60 milliliters, 3 milligram nic. It's got crafted by with a little signature there, batch number, all the usual stuff you want to see. Good stuff. Build I've gotten here is a staple, staggered staple. It ohms out at about 0.11, 0.10 ohms. It is 3 wraps. It is a total of, I want to say it was 4, 8, 16. This is what I was talking about in the episode of Coil Wars Battles, the last episode of Battles, where we put together that split staggered staple, and I failed on a couple builds. Well, this is one of the failed builds that I have in here. It was so close to being perfect. If you didn't know that it was failed, if I hadn't told you, I probably could have lied, but I've been wanting to put it in something for a while. The Goon version 1.5 is here. I figured, you know, it's time. Let's put it in something. Here we go. Blood Orange Bundt Cake. The blood orange is exactly what a blood orange should be. I mean, it's sweet and it's bitter. It's nice. It's really nice. I mean, in my experience, blood oranges usually have like that bitter note to them at the end. I'm talking about real blood oranges, and that's what they taste like. They're sweet and they're bitter, and that's what this is. I don't know if I'm getting like necessarily the bundt cake, or if I'm getting, you know, the whipped topping or anything like that, or is it just the blood orange though? There's a bakery element there, like a cream or a bakery element. Maybe that's what it is. Just a very subtle bundt cake and a little bit of cream back there for that whipped topping they're talking about. I get it. But the blood orange it's perfect. It's exactly what blood orange should be. It's a win there. Everyone always asks me if I rewick between juices when I do a review. Yes, I do. So what's been going on with me lately? I keep coming back and then to, you know, doing the reviews, and then I keep getting hung up. I kind of took on like this photo gig, this local photo project is what happened. And I finished it finally. And then, you know, people were contacting me to get their prints and that kind of stuff, or their copies, their pictures and all that kind of stuff. And then I was making them size differently and all that. I'm finally finished is the thing. I'm finally finished. So I don't anticipate any crazy absences from here. It's just been, you know, I took on a really cool photo project. I've never had a professional photo gig before, and it went really well. I don't know if it's going to lead to other things or not yet, but it was kind of cool. So that was awesome. Made a little money. That was nice too. It's always good. Make a little extra scratch. Next up, we've got Temptation. Boxes are nice. I like the 60 milliliter size. 60 milliliters is like the perfect size for juice. Any size of juice. It's like the new 30 milliliter, if you ask me. Should have happened along. Something blueberry. Some kind of berry. Like it just interrupted my thought. I took off the cap and it just flooded into my nostrils. I was like, blueberry? Some kind of berry. I don't know, I'm not gonna peek. I'm not gonna peek this time. Vapers, something cinnamon, like bakery cinnamon. Very bakery, like a lot of bakery, a lot of sweet on the nose, like bakery spices. That smells like something freshly baked in the oven. That just smells awesome. It's like cinnamon and berries. Fuck. It's juicy. Like I'm salivating right now. It's got like a blueberry cobbler kind of end to it. I don't like blueberry cobbler, berry cobbler, any kind of cobbler. No one's ever been able to do it right. There's always this like extra note at the end, and it has that extra note at the end. I don't like it. I like it up until like that last note where it finishes, like on the back of the tongue. Is it a berry cobbler? I bet it's berry cobbler. What is it? Blueberry fritter cake. Blueberry fritter cake. Okay. with a warm blueberry filling in the center, light sugar glaze, and a blueberry cinnamon crumble topping. Blueberry fritter cake. Blueberry fritter cake with a blueberry cinnamon crumble topping. Yeah, I think it's a fancy word for a cobbler. It's a cobbler. That's what it is. It's good. It's probably the best blueberry cobbler that I've ever had. But every cobbler that I've ever vaped has this weird note at the end of it that just lingers on the tongue in a weird way. And this one's no different. And it's how I know it's a cobbler. It's like, oh, that's a cobbler. I don't like them. But as far as cobblers go, it really isn't bad. If you like cobbler vapes, this is the best one I've ever had. What else is going on? I've been venturing out with my camera more lately. Like I've been taking my camera into the forest. Yeah, like a hiker or some shit. And I've been photographing trees and bugs and, you know, mushrooms and that kind of stuff lately. It's been fun. I've been taking the dog with me. Yeah. I've actually got things coming in special ordered from Amazon. Special ordered from Amazon. Sounds like I've, you know, getting something very specialized, but no, it's like a leash that goes around my waist, like a belt. It's like little doggy bowls, like collapsible doggy bowls for water. Because last time we went, he looked like he was ready to die. I felt really bad for him, and he wouldn't drink from my hand. He drank from my hand when we went back into the car, no problem, that was fine. But when we were out there, he just wanted nothing to do with it. He was like, nope, 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 I'd rather sweat. I'm like, okay, fine, pant, be happy. No, he had a ball. He loved it. I took the funky one. I took Fozzie Bear dog. We had a really good time. The green one. I did kind of catch a peek at the green one. I know it's a key lime pie. It is a key lime Bavarian cream cheesecake. I didn't know it was a cheesecake. Maybe I should have waited. With a sweet graham cracker crust. It's called Rapture. I love key lime vapes. I always have. I've always hated cheesecake vapes. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, I like a few odd cheesecake vapes, but most of the cheesecake vapes I've had, not really a fan. Don't like them. A lot of graham cracker and like a very, very mellow, sweet key lime pie on the nose. Same thing with the Vapers. More cheesecake on the nose with the Vapers. I gotta say, this Goon has a lot more airflow than the original Goon. Even, you know, single airflow, it's just a lot more airflow because, you know, it's got that big Cyclops opening now instead of like the three little holes. So it's a lot more air. So I end up cutting it down about halfway, I think is going to be my sweet spot. Maybe halfway or a little more than halfway closed off. I think that's going to be the sweet spot for me. But here's one wide open. It's weird. It's like something bitter in it in a really good way. Like a really good way. It's like sour and sweet with some bitters. It does have that cheesecakey thing to it that I'm not a huge fan of, but I really like everything else. Especially the bitters. Almost like a liqueur, bitter kind of element. And the cheesecake is very subtle. I'm not a cheesecake vapor. I don't like cheesecake vapes, but it's not really in your face. The graham cracker is there. The cheesecake is far off in the background. The key lime is, boom, it smacks you in the face. It's front and center. A lot of, you know, key lime. A lot of key lime. Well, that's going to take some getting used to. I was saying that the cheesecake is kind of far off in the background, and the bitters are really nice. And the other thing I was saying, it's going to take me getting some used to this. It's going to take some getting used to, because I didn't realize that I wasn't filming after that. That's why we kind of got cut off. I've decided to try filming more with my my Nikon. See, I originally got this Nikon, the 3400, and it's a nice starter camera, I'm sure, but I quickly realized that there are some limitations there. You know, it's definitely an entry-level SLR. You know, it's not a full-frame sensor. I wanted a full-frame sensor. It doesn't have a lot of the capabilities that a more professional camera has, like the D610, which is kind of like the first foray into full-frame sensors, least expensive full-frame sensor that I could get, put it that way. So I got myself one of those. You know, a big part of filming video for me is I need to see what's in focus. I need to see what the frame looks like, you know. I don't necessarily talk into, you know, my display the entire time, because that just looks weird. You know, you want to make sure when you're doing videos, you're looking into the lens when you're talking to the lens, you know. It just looks better, works better. You need to be able to see yourself so you can frame yourself, so you can make sure you're in focus, that kind of thing. None of the Nikons come with that, except for like the D5600 or something. And the 5600 is basically the 3400 just with a flip out display. I wanted something that was a little bit more full featured. So I got the D610. Nothing in full frame, nothing that's that full featured has a flip out sensor, a flip out screen, at least with Nikon. If I went to Canon, then yes, but I like my Nikon. I've got Nikon glass, I wanted to use my Nikon. So recently, I just found this application, this app that connects to my camera via OTG cable, on-the-go cable, and then connects to the USB cable for the camera, and then I can actually see what's going on, you know, and I have actually full control of the camera. I can adjust the shutter speed, I can adjust the, you know, the ISO, I can do everything, you know. It's perfect. And they make monitors too, but anyway, point is that now that I'm finally able to do this, I can use my Nikon now to record video the way that I want to record video. So that's awesome. Problem is that it only records for 20 minutes, and I missed that. I didn't realize that it stopped recording. So anyway, we're back on track. This is the Crave. Crave. I didn't look. I didn't see what it was. But on the nose, it's like nothing. Nothing on the nose that's identifiable. I'm sure it's a bakery of some kind, but I don't know what it is. That was hot. Close that down a little bit. I think I'm going to lower this one down. About 140 watts. I don't know what the fuck that is. I have no idea what that is. It's satisfying, it's nice, but I have no clue what it is. Some kind of, I don't know, something tropical or citrus? I don't know, man, I don't know. Grape? It's purple. I dripped the wrong juice. Yeah, I dripped the wrong juice, sorry. One thing I've noticed about this cotton, this is a Geek Vapes cotton that I'm using. It's got very little flavor creep. You can just dump juice on top of juice on it. It really doesn't matter. I do change my cotton between each juice just because that's just makes sense on a juice review, but it has very little flavor creep. Past few weeks, I've been so busy, I haven't been able to film anything, start reviewing anything. I'm finally done with that photo gig and that photo project. As far as I know, unless anyone contacts me last minute and wants something changed or wants more photos or whatever, I'm finally done with it. So I can get back to you guys and reviews and vaping and all that kind of stuff. But for the past couple weeks, almost all I've been vaping on has honestly just been the drag box mod and the lock. I got a review on it coming up. It's the NV Loch Ness. I've been vaping on that thing constantly, and I've really been spending a lot of time with the Kai Lin. Honestly, me and the Kai Lin have been rocking it out for like 2 weeks straight. It's just been nuts. I don't know what the fuck this is. What is it? I give up. I give up. What is it? Where is it? With custard filling, sweet cream cheese frosting, and strawberry. It's strawberry. I wasn't getting it. It's not a natural strawberry. I mean, I get it now, that it's strawberry, but it's very, very faint. It's like, think strawberry shortcake. That's what it's like, strawberry shortcake. But light on the cake. Not a whole, very heavy on the strawberry either. It's very subtle on this one. Are we down to our last one? I think we are. Yeah, we're down to our last one. What do you know? This is Right Cross. It comes in a bottle that's just a little bit different than the others, which I think is kind of cool. Kind of feels like it's special or something, you know? That's always neat when you get something that's just a little bit different in like a line of juices, and you just want to distinguish it. I like that. You know, it's got like kind of very similar packaging to everything else, but it doesn't have like the little seal here. I really like the seal on the others, but this one doesn't have it. And this one, instead of being colored, it's all just golden flake kind of thing. I like that. So yeah, you know, I've always wanted to film with my SLR ever since I got it back in, you know, I got the D3400 back in Thanksgiving. You know, Thanksgiving time is when I got it. And I've wanted to use it for filming videos, you know, ever since then, but it just wouldn't do what I wanted to do in terms of filming video. I got great pictures with it. I was always happy with the pictures I was taking for the most part. But I started getting, you know, more lenses, and I started getting, you know, more stuffs for my camera. So I wanted something that could take advantage of some of these lenses I was getting, because, you know, I was getting full frame lenses that worked on the DX camera, but, you know, it just wasn't taking full advantage of the lens. I want to get a full frame camera is what happened. And, you know, I've wanted to be able to film with my SLR so I could take advantage of these lenses, because I've got some really nice glass. And, you know, I've still been filming with the Sony, which is, you know, a fine camera. The Sony's a decent camera, don't get me wrong. You know, it gets the job done. It's a 4K camera. I only film in 1080, but, you know, it's nice to have. And it's a nice camera. It's got Zeiss glass in there. It's got, you know, it's, as far as lenses go, it's kind of top of the line. But, you know, even it's very limited in terms of the manual options. You know, I wanted to be able to get the bokeh effect, you know, behind me. I wanted to be able to, you know, have macro. All I've been using for macro really are like these little, I don't have a macro lens nearby me, but I've been using, you know, little attachments that screw on like this. This one's a wide angle, and then I've got, you know, a macro that screws on there. And the thing is that they work for the most part, but there's always, you know, a level of warpage, of distortion in the corners, and you guys might not notice it, but I see it. It drives me crazy. You know, I'm big on quality. I like to see things in quality. You know, I was never thrilled with how video from that was coming out. There we go. Ooh, something smells good. Something sweet, something citrusy. More sweet and citrusy, almost like a wine. That's interesting. I'm kind of excited right now. I was expecting just like a custard. You know, it had like that, we're gonna make a good custard kind of look about the bottle, you know? But no, it's something else. What is this? Is there, shit, what is this? It's really good. It's fruity and it's sweet. Does it have hibiscus? If it has hibiscus, it's like an instant win. I love everything that has hibiscus in it instantly. I've never encountered a vape that has hibiscus that I don't like. Boss. I haven't looked up what the flavor profile is yet, but it's something fruity. Kind of like a lemon lime, lemongrass kind of thing going on with hibiscus. That's what I think it is. Like a lemongrass and hibiscus. I like it. What is it? Right Cross. Get smacked in your taste buds with Right Cross, a powerful blast of sweet, refreshing tropical island punch with hints of pineapple, dragon fruit, strawberry, kiwi, mango, juicy orange, and guava. Guava. That's what I was tasting. For those of us that were fortunate enough to enjoy this golden punch beverage during its limited edition release in the 80s and 90s, you will recall immediately one of the most palate-pleasing beverages of all time. And those that may not have been there, this is for you. The perfect recreation of the tropical punch from Hawaii in its limited gold edition. Righteous Awakened Elixir brings you Right Cross, a tropical paradise for your taste buds. I like it. Yes, I like it. It's good stuff. It's very good stuff. The Right Cross is fucking win. It is really, really righteous. It's very good. That might be my favorite of the bunch. Least favorite of the bunch is definitely Temptation. It's just got that, you know, that blueberry cobbler kind of thing to it that just never did it for me. It's good with the cinnamon and everything. It's been the best blueberry cobbler I've ever had, but it's got this aftertaste to it that I knew it was cobbler the moment I had it. It's cobbler. I really didn't care for the Crave very much either. The Crave is below that one. I hope I'm still recording at this point. My phone just died and that was my monitor, so we'll do the best we can without it. I hope I'm in focus. I'm getting myself a Mophie because my phone just doesn't have the battery life to do this. Basically, it's like recording video off your phone because you're watching the video as you're recording it. Hitting a few hiccups and snags, switching over to filming with the Nikon, but we'll get there. But I love the way my 50mm 1.8G is just, this is perfect. This is what I've always wanted my videos to look like. This is perfect right now. Anyway, the key lime pie is really good. The blood orange, I'm not sure if I'm getting the bakery off the blood orange a little bit, but it's a good blood orange if you like blood orange vapes. And the Right Cross is phenomenal. Great vape. Price wise, there's something like 25 bucks for a 60ml bottle. Can't really argue there. I mean, it's less than 50 cents a milliliter. I'm not hating on the price whatsoever. The Goon so far, well, we'll give you a full review soon. Anyway, till next time, I'm your homeboy Josh. Vape on, Vapers.